Hi. I've tried before to make a Breath of the Wild menu UI using HTML and CSS. But I felt that it wasn't that interesting. Especially with no interactivity. So I've decided to push the button just a little bit. And try to make one of the mini games in the Zelda BOTW. And I chose the Sand Seal Race. So I've started a new Unity project and named it Walrus Race. But first, I got to point out that I am not aiming to creating a complete game here with models, sounds effects and music. All I've done is a prototype. Because I am not too confident in my 3D modeling abilities, I am the type of persons who open Blender, stares at the cube mesh, then realize how hard and lengthy the modeling process is gonna be and then close the program. So enough of introductions. I started with a terrain that I randomly painted the heights. I slaped into it a sand texture. And I had my terrain. Looks too professional. I've even thought it was too much for a prototype. Next I put together some basic meshes for the walrus, the rider and the rope. You can notice the goal game object, which is the goal that the player must reach to finish the game. And the gates prefabs that you must enter through in the predefined and I think obvious order to confirm the race when reaching the goal platform. I've tried to put the gates at the best order in place as much as I can on top of the 500 by 500 terrain. Now for the code. First, I tried to confirm my ability to implement the mechanics I need for the gameplay. Because you never know, you may get stuck at something that is over your skills and ended up wasting time. So I started with the mono behavior approach. I wrote all the code for the walrus, rider and the camera inside one mono behavior file. And boy, the 2 days I took to make this prototype were all put into trying to make the follow mechanics. I mean that the rider must follow the walrus, and the camera must follow the rider. As for the rope placement and scaled, it was much easier compared to the following things. You may say that all I had to do is to parent the follower to the transform of the game object that needs to follow. Apart from the fact that the movement will be instant, I don't think that this will work for game objects that are affected by gravity. And I wanted to have more dynamic following movement, not abrupt and instant movement. It took me some time to figure out how to make the rider follow the walrus the way I wanted. But when I tried to copy the same algorithm for the camera to follow the rider, well, the camera behaved crazily. After implementing the core mechanics in the mono behaviors file, I started to refactor the code and organize it the best way I could. And this is the final thing I got. Remember, it is just a prototype. And it will most likely stay the case. Thank you for watching.